Hi everyone, welcome to another Mobility Monday. Today we're going to be working on mobility to help improve knee pain. So we've got 4 exercises we're going to go through that will hopefully help to reduce knee pain. The first couple are working on mobility in the hips and in the ankles, because as you know, if you've seen any of the other Mobility Monday workouts, an issue in one joint can often be the result of an issue in a joint down the chain, so in the ankles in this case, or up the chain in the hips in this case. So if you have knee pain, sometimes that can be an indication of mobility issues in the ankles or in the hips. So we'll do a little bit of hip mobility, a little bit of ankle, and then we're going to do some work on knee flexion and extension to get to the end range of motion in the knee. So the equipment you'll need today, you will need a towel. A hand towel is fine, and a strap. And I'm using a jump rope as my strap, but any strap that's not stretchy. So a band wouldn't be as great, but a belt, jump rope, or any other strap would be helpful. So we'll need that later on near the end. So we're going to start with the towel. So you're going to fold your hand towel in half, and then you're going to roll it into a bit of a tube. That's going to go in between the knees. So my feet are maybe fist width apart. My knees are squeezing into the towel from here, so I want to make sure that my feet stay planted on the ground, so I'm not rotating my feet from side to side. I'm trying to get some mobility and movement in the ankles and in the knees. So from here, you're going to bend your knees slightly and really work again at pushing those feet into the floor, all 5 toes pushed into the floor and both sides of the feet. From here, you're going to draw some circles with your knee. So start really small circles with the knee. This will, again, is meant to bring some movement, some warmth into the knees and into the ankles. So as you're moving, making these circles with your knees. So my knees are slightly bent. I'm not in a squat. I just have slightly bent knees. As you get comfortable, and you can make bigger circles without bringing the arch of your foot off the ground or the outside edge of your foot off the ground, you can make bigger circles, just getting a bit more mobility into the ankles and into the knees. Now you're going to switch direction. So same thing, making circles of various sizes, but again, trying to make sure that those feet are planted on the ground. All right, so now we're going to get a little bit into the hips, hip flexor and hamstring. You'll need the towel again a little bit later, so don't put it too far away. We're going to come into our low lunge, so right leg's forward, left leg is back. If being on that back knee is uncomfortable, you can use your towel, place it under there for some cushioning, or a pillow or any other cushion that can help take some of the pain of being on the knee away. From here, you're going to push the hip forward, tuck the pelvis so you feel a stretch into that hip flexor, and your shoulders are over your hips. So I'm not leaning forward here, I'm kind of leaning slightly back as I'm pushing my hips forward. Now I'm going to pull my hips back, straighten that front leg, rotate onto the heel of the front foot. You can have your hands on the floor to help with balance, or a chair or whatever's near you. Now we're feeling a little into the hamstrings. So we're going to go through some fluid movement here. Push the hips forward, shoulders over the hips, pull the hips back, straighten that front knee, come up onto the heel. Come back forward, so hip flexor here, pull the hips back, hamstring of the other leg. So we're really just warming up the muscles in the front and back of the hip to get a little bit of mobility and warmth in there. So forward and backward. Same thing on the other side. I will show you this from the side so you can see that angle. So right leg forward, left leg is back. And again, you can have something under that right knee if you need. Tuck the pelvis, push the hips forward. Shoulders are over the hips. Hips come forward. So feel that hip flexor stretch. Pull the hips back, lean forward, and come up onto your heel. Feel a stretch into that hamstring. So then forward, and hips come back. So because this is mobility, not necessarily flexibility, we're working on mobility in the hip area. That's why we have a smooth, fluid motion instead of holding a static stretch. Good. And so again, if I didn't mention it at the top of this live video, just make sure you're not coming to the point of pain. You should feel tension in the muscles around the joint, but you shouldn't feel pain. So if you feel any pain in the knee, in the hip, in the ankle, then just back off. Maybe get it looked at by a professional because we don't want to feel pain here. This is supposed to reduce pain. So now you'll need your towel again. So we're going to be working on knee flexion. So your towel, your rolled up towel is going to come underneath your knee. So sitting on the floor, the towel comes under the knee. So you're going to kind of grab onto that towel with your knee. Other leg is wherever is comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall, you're going to clasp your hands on your shin or your ankle, wherever is comfortable. And from here, you're going to pull that heel towards your bum. So we're squeezing onto that towel. So we have a really tight flexion in the knee, and having this towel is meant to help to increase the space in the knee capsule. So sometimes things kind of get jammed up in the knee, and this towel is going to start opening up some of the space in the knee in this end range of flexion. So you're going to pull that heel towards you and then back off. Pull the heel towards you and then back off. So I'm pulling quite hard, but I don't have any pain or anything in that knee. If you do, don't do this. Go get it checked out. So pull and back off. Pull again and back off. So same thing on the other leg. Tuck that towel underneath that knee. Grab onto the shin, sitting up nice and tall. Pull the heel towards your bum and then back off. Pull and then back off. So you'll notice you don't want to have a really, really thick towel because you want it to be able to get right under into that back of that knee. Okay, so pull and then back off. So now we've got done some work on knee flexion to help open up the capsule in the knee. Now we're going to take the towel, again, put it under the knee. We're going to work on knee extension. So this is where you're going to need your strap. So the towel is under the knee on the floor, and my strap goes around my foot. So I'm going to push that knee, the back of the knee, into the towel. Really tighten up the quad as I do that. And then I'm going to pull this foot, pull on the strap. So I'm flexing the foot and pulling the foot towards pulling the toes towards my shins. So I'm driving that back of the knee into the towel, squeeze the quad, and pull on the strap. So you're trying to get a bit more end range of flexion into the knee. So if you find that the mobility in your knee, you have a hard time fully straightening the knee, this will work on it. So I'm driving the knee in, tightening the quad, pulling on the strap, and then relax. Drive the knee in, tighten the quad, pull the strap, and relax. Good. All right, same thing on the other knee. Strap comes around. Drive the knee into the towel, tighten the quad, and then pull on the strap. So again, drive the knee down, tighten the quad, pull, and then relax. Pull and relax. Good. And if you find you want to get a little deeper into that flexion, you don't need the strap. You're going to take the towel and you're going to put it under your ankle. So again, you're going to drive that knee down, but you can see now that I have my ankle lifted, there's a little more space I can work with to get extra to the end range of extension in the knee. So the towel is under my ankle, and I'm again, drive the knee down, tighten the quad, and back off. Drive the knee down, tighten the quad. Again, no pain in the knee. You shouldn't feel any pain in the knee. Back off. Drive the knee down, and back off. All right, getting a little bit more extension in the knee. Then you'll just repeat on the other side. Driving the knee down, tighten the quad, and back off. All right, so now you've gotten a little bit more mobility work and end range of motion, flexion and extension in the knee. So hopefully, if there's any jamming or any issues in the knee, this will help open things up, loosen things, and help to reduce any knee pain you have. So thanks for joining me. I hope that was a helpful Mobility Monday video, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday. As always, comment below or send me a message if you have any questions about any of the exercises I'm doing. If you have anything specific, I'm here to help. Thanks so much. See you next time.